Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the May 1st Community Board 9, the Landmarks Preservation and Parks Committee meeting. We're calling the meeting to order at 6:39 p.m. Please be so kind as to sign your name into the chat so that we can be sure to recognize you and give you credit for attending this meeting. I will go ahead and share my screen so that we can review the agenda together and
Recording in progress.
Again, welcome. Our committee members are here. I'm Heather Jason, one of the co-chairs.
I am Annette Robinson, co-chair with Heather and our other members,
Liz, member.
Ms. Carver,
Member.
Alyssa.
Okay, thank you for coming. Welcome, everyone. Again, if you're joining, please sign into the chat. I have the agenda open on the screen. We're going to head, and I guess I will ask if I'll ask for a motion to adopt the agenda and the February 7th minutes. The February 7th minutes went out to committee members.
I make a motion to adopt the agenda as minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you so much. Are there any changes? I should have asked that first to the agenda.
My only was the comment that I made about the landmarks PDF that they're sending us now. Did you see that? I sent it, I responded a couple hours ago. There's a PDF that Landmarks is sending us now. I think it only started since the beginning of the year, that outlines any projects that they're
In our
doing.
community
They're part of it.
I've been receiving that for quite a while,
Oh.
at least the past year or two.
Oh.
But I signed up for it. Now they're sending
Yeah,
it
now they're
to
sending this
to the community board.
I would love for us to add that to our agenda every month, to just.
Just to review what's going, that's a good idea. Okay.
I don't know if we need to amend this one, but that's a suggestion.
At
That's
the
new
LPC,
business.
because it does list all the permits that have been pulled in our community board, and I monthly go over it, but I didn't think to include that as part of our agenda, and I think that's a wonderful idea.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you so much. Liz. Okay. All right. Are there any other, was it something that, did you want to review anything
Well,
particular
I was
that
looking
came up?
for 321 convent and it
I
was,
didn't see it out there
Yeah,
either.
it's not-
I looked for that. Okay.
but no.
But in the future, if there's anything that we need to hone in on.
I will look at each
Okay.
of them each month.
Okay, very good. So, we will go ahead and move forward with the agenda. Is Leslie Wright on yet?
I am, yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, great.
I hope
Okay.
you can hear me.
Can everyone else hear?
Loud.
Very well. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you again for having me. And boy, today, May Day, is a beautiful day, and it's the sign of a busy summer kicking off at Denny Farrell Riverbank State Park. Saturday, the first Saturday of May, is I Love My Park Day for all of our state parks around the entire state, and Riverbank is no exception. We'll kick off at 9 o'clock in the morning and have different projects all around the park into the early afternoon. Please join us. Everybody is welcome. We have lots of different cleanup projects, from gardening to actual cleanup of windows and things scheduled for everybody. We kick off at 9 a.m. with calisthenics and music, and registration is through Parks and Trails New York. It's free. Early comers will get a nice t-shirt, so encourage you all to attend. Our programs are in full swing. We have picnics going on for groups larger than 10. Just a gentle reminder that permits are required. On Sunday, we're thrilled together with Harlem Arts Alliance and Compagnia di Colombari, a really extraordinary event called Whitman on Walls, or WOW. It's styled as a poetry slam meeting a movie screening where different acclaimed poets and artists all give their reactions to Whitman's robust poem Song of Myself, which features themes of freedom, inclusion, democracy. It's at 6:30 on Sunday evening. It's free. People are encouraged to register in advance. All the links are on our website, and I believe that all of the flyers have been shared via Youtha with the community board. If not, we'll make sure to get those to you right away. We're still registering for our summer camp. We've had a big showing of 7-year-olds this year and are pretty much full for 7-year-olds, but the camp is for 6 to 13-year-olds. So we still have plenty of room. We have another open house for that camp this Saturday at the park and the theater. Community garden is open for the season. This is the second year in the current 2-year cycle. So we're not accepting new gardeners, but I'm really happy to have been contacted, thanks to you, Heather, and thanks to folks at New York City Parks Green Thumb, about some community garden opportunities at the different Edgecombe Avenue gardens. Just so you know, we're sending out information to all of our gardeners about those community garden opportunities, I think today or maybe tomorrow. So that's kind of it. The park is humming along. It's warm weather. People are out loving the park. I'd be happy to answer any questions if anybody has anything, and if there's time.
Wonderful. Any questions? Are there any questions for Leslie Wright?
Yes, I have a question. Good evening, Leslie. This is Victor Edwards. How are you?
Really great to see you, Victor. I'm well, thanks. Hope you are too.
I'm good. I actually just came out of the park maybe 30 minutes ago, just taking a walk around,
Good.
enjoying
How does it look
weather.
tonight?
It looked good. It looked good. No, it
Excellent.
it looked good. But I do have an issue with the people who man the front gate. That
Okay.
booth you have. I asked on 2 occasions, maybe more, about bicycles coming into the facility. And they
Yeah.
told me there's a sign and they don't enforce it. The sign is supposed to stop them from riding the bikes in. So I was there yesterday. I asked one of the officers and she said, no, they're supposed to stop them from coming in. So I just want to make sure I get, because today 3 guys passed on city bikes, speeding a walkway. So are the gentlemen or ladies in the booth supposed to stop them when they come in? Or how does that work?
I'm glad you brought this up, and let me just clarify. Were you at 145th or 138th, or are you going both?
145th. No,
Okay.
145th. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we do have signage. There are no bikes allowed in the park, or to bike riding allowed in the park, I should say. Folks can walk their bikes. That's not a problem.
Right.
Certainly park their bikes. We are our park stewards and our park rangers are charged with reminding people to get off their bikes and walk their bikes or park their bikes in the park. For if folks are not compliant, then we ask our state park police to step in and help. You can imagine, though, that it's often the case that folks just ride away. So it's a problem we're having in a lot of places, between dog owners not necessarily complying with rules. This is one example. And bicyclists, we're doing our best. Your notice here is good feedback for me. I'll take it back to the park and just make sure that all of our stewards and rangers are 100% up to speed with the fact that they are indeed supposed to affirmatively ask people to get off their bike and walk them.
Thank you, because one guy wanted to argue with me and I said, hey, I'm not going to argue. I'll just take it elsewhere. And meanwhile, he's on his phone looking at the phone. The bikes ride by and I knocked on the window. I said, aren't you supposed to remind? No, we're not supposed to do that. So, okay, so if you could just remind them of
I
their
surely
duties, I
will.
appreciate
And
it.
do you mind if
Mhm.
I ask this was today
No,
or a different day?
this was a different day, but I'll note the
Okay.
days in the past and the time. So,
Yeah, that's helpful because again,
yeah,
we really use patron feedback as a training tool for our
gotcha.
folks. And that just helps. So thank you. Appreciate you
Will
bringing
do.
it up.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Alrighty.
Wonderful. Are there any other questions for Leslie Wright? Okay, is Mallory Craig on? Thank you so much, Leslie, and thank you
Thank you. My
so much.
pleasure. Thanks. Take care,
Yeah,
everybody. See you in the park.
okay, great. Is Mallory on?
She is.
Yeah. Hi there, good
Oh,
evening.
Oh, hey, Mallory.
Hi, good evening. Yes, joining you from the greenhouse tonight after a sweet workshop of making flower essences. That's just one workshop we've enjoyed tonight for, again, our ongoing programming, which I'm going to hit enter on the link that I just dropped in the chat. That is to our ongoing consistent weekly programming that you can find. You can also go to thehort.org/events to find descriptions of each of those listed classes. I also wanted to take the time tonight to celebrate our very busy April that we had. We had several larger events, and I owe a lot of gratitude to all the folks who showed up. We had our seed celebration to kind of kick off the season, as well as like a thank you to gardeners, all urban gardeners kind of invited to exchange seeds and have seedy snacks. We sang to the seeds, which was really lovely, led by Linda Denge. And yeah, we'll definitely be recreating that. That was a really lovely experience to be able to, we gave away some seed packets and did some direct seeding for in the learning garden. And then just a week after, we had our Water Conservation Festival for our Earth Day event, which also was a really lovely turnout of exploring our waterways, celebrating how we can steward our water channels. And we had some art making, we had hydration station, we made flower essences for that workshop, for that day as well. And we had some games and just time out in the garden, which we're really looking forward to. The garden is now very alive and active. Now much of our programming is really going to be in addition to our greenhouse and kitchen, which we've been loving over the winter. We're definitely going to be outside a lot more. So if you see us outside doing the class, please stop by. Or come for one of the classes. We've got some really fun ones lined up for this week, especially. We're doing some fantastic floral collages with Craig Blue. We've got a cacao ceremony led by a new facilitator who's also going to be, who grew up just across from the park, and maybe some ear acupuncture. And we're also going to be starting our CSA. So something new this season that I'm very excited about is we're partnering with a CSA called Sawmill Herb Farm. So in addition to our regular food CSA, we'll be cooking food from our local farms and foodways. We're also going to be sourcing our herbal materials partly from the garden and also from an herb farm. So each week you can expect a new plant profile and a new learning about a specific herb. So I know lots of folks these days are really hungry to make their own plant medicines and to learn herbalism. And we've got some really fantastic folks lined up this summer to do that. So please continue stopping by and here for any questions. And as normal, we have our field trips. We still have a few field trip slots left until the summer. We opened up for Wednesday mornings as well. So if you have a school that hasn't gotten to do a field trip yet with us in your area, please let us know. We have now Wednesday mornings available for that. And we're partnering with the DOE on their climate action days to kind of create the curriculum for that. And we're doing, yeah, come through for I Love My Park Day. If you've got some little ones who you also want to contribute to I Love My Park Day, bring them through the greenhouse because we'll be having our family pharmacy event, and we'll be loving up on Riverbank State Park and doing some planting out in the garden for them. So please stop through, and if here for any questions.
I have a question.
Wonderful. We have a question from Liz.
How can people get more information about the CSA program?
Sure, yeah. So it's that's for our Tuesday. Well, the cooking food CSA one is the Tuesdays, and that's listed as the saute sizzle savor on the brochure that I listed, as well as on the website, which I'll list in just a moment. And you can see each week it's labeled as the program name is saute sizzle savor. For the herbal medicine CSA, that one is labeled as recipes and rituals for community care. And so that's every Wednesday at 5:30. Just before you can join this meeting with me virtually afterward if you want to come to that class first and then come to this meeting. And that's listed as recipes and rituals for community care on the website. I'm also happy to send specific, we're kind of working towards newsletters, so happy to send specific like plant names for people who reach out, like which plant we'll be exploring each week, since it does change depending on what's available in the CSA. So I'll drop my email and happy to have folks ask me about what plants we have that week.
Mallory, Annette here. I just have a question as well. You're always sharing that you guys are giving out seeds. Is there a designated dates for that, or it's just whatever is available at certain times? I'm asking for selfish reasons.
Yeah, so we do still have our seed library, and it's kind of kind of what's available, but we do have a pretty good amount of seeds that are available from our lovely donors, the Burpee Foundation. And again, if you come through the greenhouse, we can kind of just help you navigate and find if there's, because a seed library, people just also bring seeds that they've collected, so you're welcome to stop by and see. We had our seed celebration event where we gave out specific seed trays, which just telling this group we have some seed starter kits available for your own pesto garden windowsill. We have some extra, so if you come through, if a few folks from this group come through, I have some for you. And then if there are specific seeds you're looking for, particularly like pollinator loving plants, we have a ton of those. And we can create little seed packets for you. But if there's specific seeds you're looking for, just come through and we can kind of guide you through the seed library.
No, I just need to pay a visit, so thank you for sharing that information.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question if you don't mind. Patricia Caldwell here. I understand that you have a greenhouse there. Mother's Day is May 12th. Do you have a Mother's Day incentive?
I missed a bit of that. One more time.
Mother's Day is May the 12th, if I'm correct. Sunday, in May. Are you giving out flowers, or do you have, some kind of incentive or program that you're giving, flowers to mothers?
Anything special?
Oh, for Mother's Day? That's lovely. We do have, we don't have any plant giveaways teed up for this month, but that doesn't mean that we won't be doing it in June. I will say that on our Sunday program for Gain the Garden, we're going to be doing propagating of some coleus. So that's this Sunday, the
5th.
Sunday
The
the 5th, thank you. Yes. And we're going to be, propagating this really lovely coleus that we have. So if you do want a plant, we don't have a ton because that is typically a smaller program, but as part of that program, we'll be propagating and giving plants. And then we do normally do kind of plant giveaways like every few months. And our last one was for the Water Conservation Festival and Seed Celebration, but I'll definitely keep the group abreast if we're doing another giveaway.
Okay, thank you, Mallory.
Great. Oh, okay. Next, if there are no other questions, then we have the National Park Service. Kelly, thank you so much. I think, I hope I didn't put you on the spot by putting you on the agenda. But thank you so much for being here. Do you have a few words that you want to share with us regarding the National Park Service, Grant's Tomb, and Hamilton Grange Memorial?
Yeah, thank you so much once again for having me on. It's really wonderful to connect with you guys, keep it local, keep it community based. And we are a national site, so I feel like, having the community represented at our national parks is so cool. But I do have a couple of things to share with the group here. A couple of job opportunities, actually. So one opportunity that I have is actually going to take you out of Community Board 9. I hope that's okay. But it's such a cool opportunity. I wanted to make sure that I spread it as far as I could. The first opportunity is called Teacher Ranger Teacher. And that's a program that hosts K through 12 teachers during the summers at various national parks across the nation. We have been approved for funding to host a Teacher Ranger Teacher at Stonewall National Monument in the Village. And we also have one that will be at St. Paul's Church National Historical Site, which is just a bit north of the city, but still within commuting distance. So the program is in collaboration with the University of Colorado at Denver, as well as the National Park Service. And the selected candidates for this position will help with, park operations, creating an educational product for the park, which is curriculum standardized. And they also are to participate in a graduate level course with UC Denver. And at the end of the program, at the end of the summer, the candidate receives a stipend of $3,000. So it's a really wonderful program. And the announcement was just made today for our sites. So I don't have the flyers yet to advertise the program along with the application sheet. But if anybody is interested, I'll put my email in the chat so that you can reach out to me if you know any teachers in our neighborhood or our neighborhoods that you think would be interested to participate. We had a Teacher Ranger Teacher at Hamilton Grange 2 summers ago, and she actually is from Hamilton Heights, so that was really wonderful. The next opportunity that I have is seasonal park rangers. We are recruiting for seasonal park rangers all over Manhattan, with, of course, the 2 sites within CB9. We have Hamilton Grange and General Grant's Tomb recruiting for park rangers. The general requirements are at least 1 year of experience within any kind of customer service job or bachelor's degree. So I will post the announcement for that in the chat also, if you know anybody who may be on summer break or might be interested in seasonal park rangering. And the last thing I have is volunteer.gov. We are always recruiting for volunteers in our neighborhood. Hamilton Grange volunteers can give tours or work in our gardens. And then we are starting up a volunteer program at General Grant's Tomb in collaboration with City Arts. Maybe you're familiar with the benches around Grant's Tomb. Those were a community project to beautify that area. And we are collaborating with City Arts on how to properly maintain those benches, keep them looking beautiful as they always should be. So volunteer.gov is that last site that you can check out if you're looking to get involved in the community with the national parks. But as I said, I will put my email, I'll put the seasonal park ranger job, and I'll put the volunteer.gov link in the chat here so that if you're interested, you can spread the word and hopefully get involved. But I'd be happy to answer any questions if I have time to.
Any questions?
I just,
What about e-blacks with you though?
that's what I was gonna ask about you.
Callie, are you part of our email blast with our district manager, Yutha Prince? Because if not, we'll send that information to you. Yuka is the squeaky wheel at Community Board 9. And so all of that information that you're speaking, when it becomes available, if you send that to her, she will make sure that it's shared with the community. So Heather and I will forward her your information.
Oh, thank you so much.
And it becomes widely distributed to many organizations within our community board. That's some great information, Kelly. Thank you so
Great.
much.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Honorable Papa.
Good evening, Kelly. Thank you so much for all of the information. I wanted to ask, usually, since we've had the pandemic, and now we are out of that pandemic, age, will Grants soon be continuing the jazz mobile every Wednesday night? That I became so accustomed to taking my son, who is now a grown man, but I used to take him Wednesday nights to jazz, and we would sup. We would eat our supper under the stars at Grand Stewart and listen to jazz.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, the plan is to continue that. We are very excited to get that started later this summer. We're also going to be hosting Great Day in Harlem once again this year. I don't remember the date, but in August, you can expect to see that one as well. So Grant's Tomb will come alive again this summer. We're working on expanding hours, making repairs to the tomb, continuing maintenance and continuing jazz, continuing music. It's going to be a good time.
That's great. I hope you can share that schedule with the Prince as well, and she will make sure that we all get a copy of that schedule. I'd be very interested. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Kelly. Yay. Okay, next up, who do we have? Someone help me here. Do we have anyone here from the Green Thumb program?
I don't see anyone.
Are there any community gardeners on, who might want to give an announcement about any of their events?
Yeah, I can.
That would be helpful. Go ahead. Who do we have? Introduce yourself and make sure you sign into the chat.
Oh, I'm not technically responding for Green Thumb, but I am a member and I lead St. Nicholas Miracle Garden. And my name is Judy Desiree. And the next event that Green Thumb have is considered Open Streets. I'm sorry, Open Garden Day. Sorry, Open Garden Day. So Open Garden Day, as of last year, is officially the first. Well, this year will be the first time they're implementing it as the first weekend in June. So as a community garden, you can choose to do an open garden day, which is typically a Saturday, or open garden weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday. As you know, first Saturday and Sunday is June 1st and June 2nd. Just speaking for myself, I am St. Nicholas Miracle Garden doing an open garden day on June 1st. We're still planning out Sunday, but we're planning to unveil the garden and just, letting people officially in and providing programming and information to become a member or a volunteer of the garden. So that would be on the Green Thumb side. And on the Judy side for the garden, May 4th and May 11th is my volunteer day in my community garden, where you can come and speak about, you could come and help us build and speak about our greenhouse build. So we're building a greenhouse in the garden. We're waiting for some supplies, but on the May 1st, we're going to do some building with Mission Continues. It's a great opportunity if you're looking to learn how to use tools, conversations on making a build, especially a greenhouse build. And if you want to be a volunteer or become a member, we're always looking for administrative people to help us maintain the garden. May 11 is the actual build day for our community garden. And so we are doing a full 10 to 5 p.m. with various members in the community. Again, Mission Continues is helping out. So that is on the Green Thumb side, as me as a community garden, and just speaking on behalf of Green Thumb regarding the Open Garden Day. I can put in the link all the gardens that as of now have submitted an application to participate. This is a great time to go to the gardens and meet the leaders of the garden and learn more about the garden spaces.
Excellent. Could you also put that information in the chat
Yes.
too? And I know that you're presenting later also.
Yes.
So thank you so much for those announcements, but please put that information in the dates and everything in the chat. So
Judy, can you share exactly where your garden is, what it's
Ye-
near in St. Nicholas Park,
Yeah,
what
put that in
street?
the chat too. Yeah.
So my community garden is called St. Nicholas Miracle Garden. We're located on St. Nicholas Avenue between 126 and 127. The
Okay.
full address is 330 St. Nicholas Avenue.
Oh.
If you know Maison Harlem, we're diagonal
Yes.
to Maison
Yeah,
Harlem.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Great.
You're welcome.
Yes. Okay, I see a couple of hands raised. Okay, go ahead, Ira.
Hi, can you hear me?
You, Sheree. Uh-huh.
Okay, Ira Gershenhorn here, Jenny's Garden or Riverside Valley Community Garden at 699 West 138th corner, 12th Avenue. This Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, are our big planting days. So we need lots of volunteers. There'll be a lot of members there also, but I put my email and I believe the email for Jenny's Garden in the chat. So please come by. We're at the bottom of that ramp from 138th Street.
Okay, great. You put the information in the chat too, Ira?
Yes. Yeah, I figured you might not hear me.
Yes, and also include the time too in the chat, if you will.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you so much.
I guess it's 10 to 2, yeah.
Okay, Sheree, good to see you, Sheree. Welcome. Go ahead with your announcement, Sheree.
So I'm a volunteer at Wicked the Friendly Garden on 150th and Broadway, and we're actually participating in a plant sale. Green Thumb makes arrangements with community gardens, so they bring seedlings from nurseries to the gardens, and we use our plant sales as a way to raise money for other events that we'll be hosting. So on May 11th is our plant sale. That's Saturday. It'll be from noon until 4 p.m. And we have herbs, we have flowers for tree beds, we have vegetables, and all of them, like the vegetables, are at least hands width high, or yeah, that tall, so that they're already ready, and you can be pretty much assured that they will survive as long as you give them love. And I can get you a link to put in the chat once I end my comment. But I also wanted to ask that we too are looking for volunteers. Most community gardens can only be open when they're volunteers. So our garden, like I said, is at 150th, at closer to Amsterdam than Broadway. It's on the north side, and we just asked everybody to come volunteer and come check out our plant sale, because then we can have a big block party at the in August. So that's all I had to say.
Right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sheree. Thank you so much for being here. Nina, go ahead, Nina, with your announcement. Nina Talley, go ahead.
Let me just unmute. Hi. I'm just letting everybody know, good evening. At this coming Saturday, May 4th, at Edgecombe Avenue Garden Park Sanctuary. We are located on Edgecombe Avenue, right across from Jackie Robinson Park entry on 149th Street. The address is 339 Edgecombe Avenue. We're going to have what we're establishing as an open garden day, and we are inviting everybody to come out and find out about the history of the garden, as well as find out how you can become a volunteer, or if you're interested in becoming a member or a friend of the garden. We plan to have refreshments. And again, just give us some history and let everybody know that we're here. We are also looking for volunteers as well as members. We have a plethora of different types of memberships because everybody has a busy life. And some people would love to be involved, but we don't want anybody to feel that they have to be dedicated to a certain amount of time or space. Any time they could give us, or even if they have any kind of skill set in terms of networking or organizing, we're looking for that as well. We are going with a Star Wars theme, so it's come to the green side. And then since it's on May 4th, it's like, May the 4th be with you.
Fourth be with you.
And basically, you can find information on our Instagram page, which is Edgecombe _ Avenue _ garden. And we have our post up. So we hope you can come. The weather's going to be a little nippy, but we'll be out from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And we're hoping that anybody who's interested will stop by and just find out what we're about.
Wonderful. Would you please put that information in the chat, Nina, because you were breaking up a little bit?
Okay.
So, and all the community gardeners, please, put the location of your garden, when you're open, and the dates of any of these special events that you're being so kind to let us know about. And we will spread the word. If you have flyers and things like that, please make sure that you send them to our district office, to Eutha, so that she can do a mass distribution for you.
And actually, you can speak to the community aides, Akil Ellison and Madison Ayala.
Great.
If you contact them, they will share your flyers, and you can also request to become part of the email blast. And then this information is shared, and you shall also receive information. So if you have not already, contact the office and speak to our community aides. But we're great to see all of
Our
the
community
gardens
here.
here. The season is in full swing.
Yes, we want to have a big kickoff, everyone, and get people involved with growing our gardens in our community.
Great.
Thank you so much. Are there any, Nina, did you have another comment, and your hand is still raised?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, you can lower your hand. Cherie, did you have another comment? Okay.
I think so.
We still have a couple of hands raised here. Shannon, do you have an announcement regarding community gardening?
I have a question. You folks hear me okay?
Okay. Go ahead, Shannon, with your question.
Thanks so much. In response to the announcement coming up on May 4th from Edgecombe Avenue Garden Sanctuary, as well as the other gardens that were announced earlier. One question, and I hope that the answer is yes to this, but do these gardens have social media posts? I'm sure that, the more followers they have, the more connectivity they can do in terms of establishing following and whatnot. And so I was wondering if there was a social media follow where these events are posted, so it's easier to go back and reference. And if so, could that information be added to the chat so I can follow more gardens? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cherie, did you have another comment? Your hand is still raised?
No, I don't think she did.
Okay.
Okay, so who do we have next? I don't see Wesley. I do see.
No.
Were there any more questions for again, community gardeners, please place your information in the chat. And then, is Wesley on for West Harlem Pierce Park or Riverside Park?
No, not here. Stephanie Caban is.
Okay, so what about Riverside Park Conservancy? Stephanie, are you on tonight?
Hi, yes, I am on. So,
Okay.
okay, so I have a list because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Hello, my name is Stephanie Caban, she, her. I'm from the Riverside Park Conservancy. We run from 59th Street to 181st Street. And here are my announcements. Okay, so Teen Corps. I will announce this every single month. We have a youth internship every summer focused on teens in high school from CB9. We actually already have a whole ton of applicants already, looking for some more. So if you know a high school teenager who lives in the area who wants a paid summer internship this summer, I'll put that info in the chat. a couple of volunteer opportunities that we have. Want to give a quick shout out to the High School of Math, Science, and Engineering. They're located on the CUNY City campus, and they've been helping us out at the Ellison Memorial on 151st Street. So shout out to them. We have a new partnership with them to help maintain that area, which is awesome. Every second Tuesday of the second Tuesday of every month, I'm leading a trash pickup opportunity because we have the goats coming to 143rd Street, which is a big announcement. We actually just announced it at the Community Board 9 general meeting a few weeks ago. Going to start with all the Instagram postings and whatnot. So if you are wondering about the goats are indeed coming back, and happy to take questions about that once I go over my whole list. But the goats will be coming back, and we have a kickoff event to celebrate the goats on July 12th, Friday, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. More info for that to come. This Saturday, we have a River Keeper Sweep, which is a coastal cleanup. We have a few, a few spots in the park, West Harlem Piers Park, near 10 Mile, near the 10 Mile bathroom, and in Fort Washington Park as well. Well, we will be doing a coastal cleanup. All volunteers are welcome. I'll put that in the chat. We also have Sandsational on May 18th, and that is when we, that's when we take out all the sand from the sandboxes and put in new sand. Fun project on May 18th. Okay, here are all of our free public programs happening this month. We have dance fitness at 11 a.m. every Saturday at West Harlem Piers Park. We have the Billion Oyster presentation, which Ira actually put in the chat, on May 4th at the Baylander at West Harlem Piers Park. We have Birding Club last Saturday of the month at West 16th Street, West 116th Street. We have Overlook concerts at 2 p.m. on Sunday. On Sundays, the 12th and the 19th. Those are also near 116th Street. We have play dates, which are really good and great and family friendly, especially for the little ones. The second Saturday of the month on May 11th at West Harlem Piers Park. There will be puppets. We have some Friday Freshen Up music this month, specifically a jazz music festival at 7 p.m. on May 31st at West Harlem Piers Park. June 1st, we are celebrating Black Birders Week, and we will be having a birding event on 157th Street and Broadway on June 1st in the park. And then we also have World Fish Migration Day on June 1st at 1:30 in Fort Washington, which I realize is outside of this district, so sorry about that. But a bunch of free public programming this month, and there will be even more in June. So I'll post a lot of this stuff in the chat. Just give me a few minutes to put that all together. Just here to take any questions because that was a lot.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you. Please put that information in the chat, or if it's too much for the chat, please send it to me by email. We want to make sure we capture that correctly for our minutes.
And then
it was a lot.
two other things in terms of construction I want to update y'all on. So the 148th Street staircase is still closed, but I actually just talked to the construction workers. I know Wesley probably has more information. Sorry that I do not have that, but they'll be done probably in about a few weeks' time. Next week, I know that they said they're going to start painting. They're just going to demolish the broken staircase under the tunnel at 148th Street and make repairs to the existing structure. So it's not going to be like a whole new renovation, but that will be opening in a few weeks' time. So that access will be coming through. And the 142nd Street dog run, oh my gosh, we are still waiting on DOT for permits. I have not heard yet back about that. We were supposed to start construction April 22nd. I'm confident that we're going to start construction this month, but I have no updates on that. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on DOT for permits. As well as Jenny's Garden, which Ira is a part of, will be getting new fencing. So that's really exciting. That is also happening this month. When will it happen? I have no idea because construction takes forever to start. But they will be getting new fencing. If you've been by Jenny's Garden a lot, you'll know that a lot of the fencing is broken. So they will be getting some new fencing this month. When? Who knows? But this month. That's it. Thank you.
Great, Stephanie. Any questions for Stephanie?
I do, I have one.
Go
I have a
ahead.
question.
Oh, go ahead. Send it.
Go ahead, Ira, ask your
Ira.
question, and then Honorable Caldwell.
Stephanie, I had to step away for a second.
Sure.
And did you mention the Zumba? I don't know if there is Zumba on the pier there.
I think it's just called dance fitness now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just know that I'm always setting up and there's a Zumba class going on the pier, and I don't know exactly what time it is or
11 a.m. every Saturday, dance
okay.
fitness or
Thank
Zumba.
you.
11 a.m. every Saturday at West Harlem Pierce Park. Thanks for
Great.
mentioning.
Thank you.
I'm good. That was my question. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's see. Friends of St. Nicholas Park,
Rachel's there.
Rachel's in for Karen. And I met you, Rachel, last week.
Yes, we met at Earth Day. It was good to meet
Yes.
you in person. I'm glad to be here representing. Usually Karen Asner does these reports, so this is my first time. I actually wanted to confirm what the CB9 email address, what Youth's email address is, because I do have some flyers I can send. I can also get it from Karen, but hearing everyone talk about how you can help distribute, I want to send you a bunch of things. So, but I'll just run through my list. But if anyone wants to put that email in the chat, that would be helpful to me. So a little recap, we had our Earth Day celebration from 12 to 4 on Sunday, April 21st. We had nearly 100 volunteers. The event was in partnership with a number of local organizations, including Table of Kings, and also AKA, the sorority, which had a big alumni turnout. Tons of people brought their kids. There was like an AKA specific dance party. It was awesome. We picked up dozens of bags of trash, and it was all led by Adrian of the Trash Project, who has a wonderful exhibit at the City College. I don't have the details off the top of my head, but he has an art exhibit at City College right now showing some of the lovely pieces that he's made that depict volunteers at cleanups in St. Nicholas Park. So that's really a wonderful show that everyone should check out. I'll put the details in the chat afterwards. Those volunteers got up to also some weeding, preparing for when the weeds really start going gangbusters in May. Today, Adrian did another cleanup with Randolph High School, which is located right at 135th and St. Nicholas Avenue. And we have another high school cleanup coming on May 22nd. So increasingly, we're trying to leverage these neighborhood school relationships, because a lot of these kids need community service hours, and the principals are often super dedicated and want the kids to feel involved in the neighborhood. So we're trying to do more of those. In the future, we just announced a really exciting concert series, 2 Saturday concerts in St. Nicholas Park on the James Baldwin lawn, funded by West Harlem Development Corp. And Harlem One Stop, and curated by Tyreek McDole, who's a vocalist in our neighborhood who is of increasing acclaim, like a young upstart with a great ear for music and curation. There are 2 Saturday concerts, 1 p.m. on May 11 and 1 p.m. on May 18. I have a flyer I'm happy to send to this email address that I see right there. Thank you so much. And they feature 2 different artists. May 11 is Michael Shekwauga Ode, who is a composer and drummer. And May 18th is Akep Nkwele, who is, I believe, a vocalist. So it's going to be 2 really wonderful jazz concerts, each one, I think, 90 minutes long, free, open to everyone, and excited to feature these artists and hopefully nice weather. And we have our monthly cleanups continuing. May 18th is the next one, then June 15, July 13, and August 10. And then, of course, they continue into November, but no one has time to remember those dates yet. And I wanted to shout out Judy Desiree from Uptown Boogie. I'm so excited that the farmers market is coming back. It's really nice that it happens on Saturdays and we have our cleanups, and then our cleanup volunteers can kind of swing through and get some veggies on the way home. I love how those 2 events have the synergy, 1 day a month. And I think that is everything. Oh, we're hoping to have the return of weekly free yoga in the park. We were doing that with Harlem Wellness Center the last few summers, and I think it's going to be starting in June and running through September, but we're still hammering out the where and the when, or we know the where, but the when and what days and times. So we'll send that info when it is finalized.
Wonderful. Any questions for St. Nicholas Park? The Friends of St. Nicholas Park? Any questions?
What location is the yoga class going to be?
We've done them kind of halfway up the lawn. There's like a flat area. That's where we've done them in years past.
That's once a week on Saturdays?
So the yoga classes haven't been scheduled yet. The cleanups are the ones on Saturdays that I was saying have a nice synergy with the farmers market. Yoga was previously on Tuesday nights, so I'm guessing it's going to be on a weekday evening, but I don't have the exact date or days yet.
Got it, thanks.
Sure.
Wonderful. Do we have Brett Taylor here? From Friends of Morningside Park. Okay, then moving right along then to Matt, are you on? Matt and Tapaji?
I am on. I'll let Tapashi go first and then I'll fill in.
Oh, great. Okay, Tapaji.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, I do have a few things. At St. Nicholas, we have Movies Under the Stars at the James Baldwin Lawn at 135th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue on, did I not write the date? Oh my God.
May 17th.
Thank you. On May 17th, thank you. And I'm gonna second Rachel's event. It's with Sounds at St. Nicholas with friends on May 11th and May 18th. There are jazz concerts curated by Tyreek. Rachel, help me with his last name. Rachel? It's two artists. They're giving, they have one's presenting on May 11th and another on May 18th from 1 to 3 p.m. Those are both Saturdays. At Morningside Park this weekend, there's the community cookout with the Friends of group. Parks is also bringing the Horse of Course program, which is the park enforcement horses, and the sergeants will give the officers will give a presentation on the history of horses with enforcement. The community cookout is from noon to 4 p.m. and the horses will be there from 2 to 3 p.m. Also, this week we have the Harlem Sculpture Garden opening. This is what Savannah Bailey McLean from the West Harlem Art Fund presented on last month. The sculptures have been installed, all except 3. And her opening day is tomorrow at noon, and it's at Morningside Park and 113 Morningside Park at 113 Street and Morningside Avenue in the park. So there are seven art pieces in each of the 3 parks. The 3 parks are Morningside, St. Nicholas, and Jackie Robinson. Some of the 7 might be multiple pieces, so don't look specifically for 7 pieces in each park. And also I just wanted to mention this week I met Callie at the Hamilton House this week, and I have to say she gave such a wonderful tour. Absolutely recommend going on a tour with her. She makes history come alive and gives you an emotional connection with it. So Callie, it was such a pleasure. And last, of course, but not least, we have internships at parks. And for the first time ever, it's actually going, we have paid internships. We're looking for college age students and we're paying $18 an hour for the 3 months. So if you know anyone, please have them visit our parks website and we can, many divisions have openings, so including myself. So if you want to work with the Historic Harlem Parks Administrator, please share with your college age folks. And that's it for me. I'll pass it over to Matt.
All right, good to see everyone. A few other things that are going on in the district. On May 11th, there's going to be a family fun day at Jacob Schiff Park on the athletic field from 12 to 3. So that should be a great day. Hopefully, the weather cooperates. Also, on May 12th, with Brother Sister Soul, West Harlem Art Fund, and the Borough President's Office, there's going to be a tree giveaway at 135th and St. Nicholas Avenue. The registration is already full for the tree giveaways, but it does say online for those who weren't able to register after 3 p.m. they take walk-ins. And that is that's May 12th. Just south of the district, there's also another family fun day at Frederick Douglass Park, which is at 102nd in Amsterdam on May 25th. And that will be from 12 to 3 as well on Saturday. And then I'm working with Montefiore Square Park. They are going to have some jazz in June every Saturday from 6 to 7. So as details come out with that, we will get that information to you. And I know the CB9 has been sent flyers on these family fun days and movie nights as well. So if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. That's all I have for now.
There was a question that came across in terms of porta potties again for Harlem Pierce Park. Would you happen to have any information about whether or not they're going to be placed for the summer or not?
So Harlem Pierce Park is under Wesley Hamilton's jurisdiction. He did text me and say he's having trouble with his device. Maybe I can text him and see if he has any information on that. And if he does, I'll chime back in before the end of the meeting.
Okay, or just put it, or you can also put it in the chat if he's able to respond.
Okay, and if he doesn't have the answer, I'll ask him to follow up with the community board.
Great. Are there any other questions for Matt or Topology? Topology, let's see, did you get the time? What time is the opening for the Harlem Sculpture Garden?
12 o'clock, I think you said.
It's 12 to 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt and Topology.
No problem.
Yes, and then,
Thank you.
if possible, if you're able to put any of those announcements or all of them in the chat, that will help us out immensely.
Okay.
Okay, so are we, we're ready now for the first, presentation. Go ahead, Judy, are you on? Let me try to, do you have a, presentation?
Big
Judy?
presentation. Oh, yeah, I'm here. Oh, can you see?
Do you have a PowerPoint presentation?
Not a big presentation, but I didn't say I said I couldn't share, but I just wanted to.
If you have something that you want to share on the screen, then I can go ahead and give you.
Yeah, very quickly share just to have a little visualization of the.
Okay.
That people can take a screen grab of or something. Let me. So it's not taking too long, but just talking about the farmers markets. Where is this? Sorry, I just lost the screen share. What just happened? Oh, okay, there it is. All right. You see, I'm sharing.
Okay.
Okay. So let me close this. Well, it's not fancy, but it was just me stating that for some reason I can't expand this. I don't know why. I have the farm stand and the farmers market. So the farmers market is returning again on Saturdays, June 1st to November 23rd. So we are at St. Nicholas Park on the bottom of the hill, St. Nicholas Avenue and 137th Street. So this year we're excited to have meat and seafood. So we have goat meat. There's a goat farmer that's coming from upstate New York once a month to sell her goat meat. And she came last year and was excited about the neighborhood and is returning back this year. We also have seafood coming. We're finalizing permits and so, but it should be done by the market time. And so that's two exciting things we're gonna have. We're gonna continue having cooking demos. The clothing drop off is returning back. Just to give you an idea, I have a farmer's market in the Bronx too. With the combination of the Bronx and Harlem, we collected 12,000 pounds of textile. So that was a majority of it actually came from Harlem, was a good chunk of it, but we rescued a lot of clothing. And so we're bringing that programming back. Also, a programming that was successful was the Kids Zone. We had a small amount, but it was a small and powerful amount that was piloted last year at the farm stand. I'm sorry, at the farmer's market. We gave kids $2 to shop at the market for fruits and vegetables. A lot of people had fun. The kids, were drawing and, talking to the farmers, talking to me. It was a great feel. So we were able to get a little bit more funding this year to support it for a full season. So that will return. Of course, we're accepting SNAP, EBT, Health Bucks, FMNP, Fresh Connect, if you're a veteran, OTC. All of that is coming back. With this farmers market, we are still looking for vendors. So if you know anyone, bakers, chocolate sellers, sell fruit, whatever you think you would like to bring to the community. So just to give you, so this is a slide. So we're looking for farmers, florists, baked goods, cheese. We have some of the meat covered. We're bringing mushrooms, but we're looking for a mushroom vendor, honey, creative and arts. We're looking for that for all the farmers market. This is our URL where everyone could, anyone could apply for the weekend markets. This year we have a new farmers market in White Plains Road. So that will make us having 3 farmers market, and I'm going to be bouncing between 2 markets on Saturday. So you'll see me kind of alternate on weekends. And then we are in a hiring. We got enough to feel like we can hire. So we're doing only seasonal positions. And we're welcome, another farmers market manager, learn about it, someone to help us with our youth programming. We want to create more events at the markets. We saw that was something that everyone was able to return and have a great time. This year, we are still going rain or shine. We are now, I guess, officially one of the partners for Harlem Week. So Harlem Week, New York Road Runner 5K, Harlem 5K is going to happen on August 10th. Normally that would interrupt the farmers market, but now what we're doing is just pretty much being relocated to 137th Street and to allow, the path to continue for the racing, but still not interrupt the market. So we worked with Harlem Greater Chamber of Commerce on participating with them on that day. That is the particular day that we invite all nonprofit and community organizations that, they're giving us the space between St. Nicholas pretty much to Frederick Douglass. So if you know of any community organizations, you are a community organization, if CB9 wants to table, that would be a great day, which is August 10th. So you can still apply as what is called a community service or nonprofit, to select that option and indicate that you're interested in Uptown Good Food Farmers Market, and that will get you information about August 10th and how to table for that day. this is also an opportunity for organizations who are curious about farmers markets and want to get to know us. That would be a nice pop-up day for the market. So that's August 10th, a Saturday. It's going to be the same market time from 9 to 3. You know, come for the race, come for the food. So that, and one final is I just, you know, it's not in your zone, but still in the zone, is St. Nicholas Miracle Garden is also the location for my farm stand and CSA program. This is every Thursday evenings. We're going to start June 6th and end October 30th. So we have a shorter season. So the farmers market, we're extending it closer to Thanksgiving, but because Thursday is a evening, it gets dark, and you know, so by 7 or 6 it's dark. So that's why we end on October 31st. And that is basically, we take all the nutritional benefit programs. We will have, the bread will return back. We're bringing cooking demos at least once a month. We may have what is frozen seafood. So it's not like we're going to display it like the farmers market, but we're getting frozen packets, and that can be a CSA option. So fruits, we're getting a fruit farmer. So we're working with 6 farmers from upstate New York that will bring produce for the farm stand, and they're all fresh, organically practiced. And you can also learn about it at Uptown. Oh, that's not, that should not be August, should be calm.
Miss Desiree,
Calm.
Miss Desiree, hi. I'm sorry, please forgive me for interrupting a little, because I know you, believe it or not. I'm Patricia Caldwell, and I'm from the Senior Resources. We're the one that called you and the Community Board 9 to come in, and I wanted everyone to know that Ms. Desiree will be at the Senior Resource Fair with a table. And any information that anybody might have comes Saturday, May 10th, or is that Friday? That's May.
That's a Friday.
Friday, May 10th, that's the weekend of Mother's Day. If you want to, please feel free to come to our Senior Resource Fair, which will be at 125th Street and Broadway. What's that building over there? And she can share all of her information. Also, we very much look forward to hearing from you again, because she's just a plethora of information, and we really do appreciate you. I'm so glad that I'm gonna make it my business to speak to you come Friday. And thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'll stop sharing. Okay. Is my time up? I'm just making sure if anybody has any questions.
Does anyone have questions for Judy?
Did you say me? Hi, Judy. You too. So good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Judy, as we told the community gardens, I kind of gobbled the message up in the chat, but I did try to put the email for our community aides. So if you reach out to them, you can make sure, if you're not already, you're part of our email blast, and your information can be shared with our community. You'll see it there for Hakil Ellison and Madison Ayala. I've listed their email address, and I'm sure you already have the board's contact number. You can reach out and confirm your information has been received, so it can be shared. And that goes for everyone.
Okay. So any information that you have, please feel free to place it in the chat, and make sure that we get copies of those flyers too. Is there any other questions? Do we have any other questions? Thank you so much, Judy, for being here and for that wonderful presentation. You are really busy.
Yeah, she is busy, and she's thorough. She's just wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah.
really. With jobs, with food, with everything. resources and food money for our, what do
Yeah,
you call that,
wonderful.
food bucks. For our senior citizens, and we're just so grateful and so thankful to have you in our community. We really are.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, Judy, let's see, I'm going to. Okay, so let's see, where are we on the agenda? Do we have anyone here from the CODA Alliance? Okay.
Yes.
I don't see any. We were expecting them to come back and provide us with an update of any changes to the prior presentations.
Well, they're not here, so.
Okay, so, I guess at our previous executive committee meeting, it was determined that, Community Board 9, would not be issuing a letter of support, for their project. So we will move on then with the agenda.
We're gonna issue a letter.
We will issue a letter. We need to review because all of us are here. Let's see.
I think it would be good to bring it up.
Okay, go ahead. Ooh.
Well, do you wanna share?
You wanna share?
You wanna share the letter on the screen for those who are present?
Well, because we didn't receive it the committee received it in an email.
Right.
Right.
And I don't know if there's any reason to vote again, other than if you wanna review the letter, if you wanna just, because we were hoping that this would be.
Alyssa, you were not present. Did you get a chance to read the letter? Do you have any questions or concerns at this time?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. I did read the letter and I guess I was a little bit surprised that you're not writing a letter of support. It seemed like you were going to, and Patricia and I were kind of hesitant because of some of the questions we had. Although the letter is fine, I think one of the concerns that I raised was that it didn't address the safety issues, like no guardrails around the edges, so that was just mine. That's fine.
Okay, so in our discussion, as Heather, you have pointed out, for the purpose of the LPC, the focus is the design, the project denial.
Can I just address one thing that Alyssa said? If you read the letter, one thing that we did ask is that the rooftop would not be an occupied rooftop space, and that would address your issue regarding the guardrail. If people are not allowed to go up onto the roof, then there should not any longer be a safety issue or concern. Does that answer your concern?
Yeah.
Alyssa, yes. So we stated in the letter that, that this should only be a, unoccupied rooftop space. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I just want to say what some of the.
So we should talk about some of the other concerns, go ahead.
Yes, no, you wrote the letter, I don't, you identified what those are, as part of the design, so you're more familiar, you could just state them briefly.
The concerns that, if I may, concerns that we had about, that we asked about, and gave them more than ample time to come back and explain what we did not understand about the revisions. They also went into, what's that, building and zoning, and made a plea for their assistance or their approval, which building and zoning did not get. Basically, they kind of went through Community Board 9, and we just asked for clarification. Had they presented clarification or information that would satisfy the community board that they were following the guidelines of buildings and what's that?
Landmarks Preservation.
Landmarks Preservation Commission, right? But they have not, and nor have they deviated from the original plan.
Well, I think, Ms. Caldwell, what is accurate is they presented a design. And when that design was presented to this board, There were concerns about the design, the height of the bulkhead, the location, and is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And they have been given an opportunity to provide an alternative study.
Right.
We have not received that as yet. And based on that information, in addition to some community concerns, which is irrelevant to LPC, at this time, we are not providing a letter of support. CODA has an opportunity to reach out to us, provide us information if they wish, but this is where we are now.
I agree with that.
Okay. And I'm just looking to see if there was anything else that we needed to address from a preservation point of view. I think that you all may have covered it. Okay, so we can move on, and then I guess it will stand that we will go ahead then and issue. I did note that they are calendared for May 21st at the Landmarks Preservation Commission for the presentation of their application. So if anyone wants to appear virtually or in person at the Landmarks Preservation Commission on May 21st, you're welcome to do so. You're welcome to write additional letters to let your position be known. You can sign up, submit the information online, and you can appear at the public hearing that will occur again on May 21st. That's the date that is calendared according to the schedule that we received this week.
We'll need to get our letter to Landmarks, because our full board meeting is 16.
Yes.
So that, letter will need to get transferred over to Landmarks on the 17th.
Yes, immediately. Normally, yeah, it's done immediately, like right the next day. So is this, the letter as it currently is written, will we need to, because there have been some revisions, will we need to take this back before the executive committee meeting?
Yeah.
Or because executive has already voted not for it, so I don't think, so nothing has changed.
You sent the revised version around since our conversation on Monday?
Yeah, and I guess it's been sent to the district office.
We have
so,
heard the
yes.
revised that since then.
And,
right?
and I indicate that you can continue to make additional revisions until it's sent out to Landmarks, which will have to be prior to the 21st, right after our general board meeting, but it didn't pass. It did not pass the executive committee meeting, so therefore it wasn't able to be calendared for the general board anyway.
But can we add that as a new, I'd like to,
We may have to add,
Add
what
it.
the vote was at the executive committee, why it wasn't able to be calendared for a full vote. And then also, we gave them the opportunity to come speak today, and they didn't even, give us the courtesy of letting us know that they would not be here.
so I guess I'm trying to understand, this letter is what was just drafted, right? Must it be
It's
voted
been
on?
ongoing, yeah, but
So
there's no
they can-
vote
they can-
required. Yes.
But it is approved by Victor Edwards.
We'll continue to accept friendly amendments, through the committee, and we'll share with committee members and
My
with the executive
question, I guess
committee.
I need to be a little more direct. If that letter is accepted by Victor Edwards, can we attach a copy of that to be sent to Landmarks and Preservation?
We have to go to them. It's going to.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the question.
Yeah, it's going to.
So I unless anybody, do you think there would be any further revisions? What it do? I'm asking.
If there are any
If there
further
are,
revisions,
the board
please
will-
let us know by, before next Thursday, by next Wednesday.
By the end of, by Friday this week?
Well, that would be helpful, but at least by Tuesday or Wednesday, no later than Wednesday of next week, probably no later than Tuesday. So please continue to make any revisions and if anything was missed in terms of community concerns. Another thing that I will just mention for the record is that we asked, the CODA Alliance to do a more community engagement, to reach out to their neighbors, including homeowners, block associations, as well as residents, to let them be aware of the changes to the structure and the conversion of the single room occupancy status of the building to a community facility type use. So it's important that the community is informed about the change of use and that residential housing being taken off of away from our housing stock during this time period where we're experiencing a housing shortage and lack of affordable housing in our community. Are there any other comments? But we didn't have an opportunity to further voice those concerns. So we'll move ahead with the agenda. Is there any old business? I don't see UN Chin on today regarding the proposed West Harlem district. And as far as we know right now, it still has not been calendared at Landmarks Preservation Commission. And nor has the Morningside Heights Historic District been calendared. And we're still, let's see, do we have, I thought I saw Miss Barry, Claudia Brady.
Oh, she was here earlier.
I think she's still here. I see her on.
Yeah, she.
Claudia.
I'm still here.
Oh, good. Did you want to give us an update or make an announcement regarding anything that you're doing in the community? From Harlem now and just any announcements, we would love to hear from you.
Well, you know, we're still working with LPC monitoring. We get the same list that you get every week, so just actually need to circle back to you on testimony if you're going to be testifying on the 21st, so that we are in concert with our testimony at LPC. We are still looking. Well, you attended the event that we did April 6th. Thank you. And we are looking at doing several more. We haven't scheduled the dates yet because we're working with other community partners to schedule those. And we are having our gala on our first awards gala on the 23rd of this month. We are honoring Michael Henry Adams, who many people might know, who's and Donna Vanderzee, who is the widow of famed Harlem photographer James Vanderzee, and Senator Cordell Clare. And as I said, we will be doing more of the workshops like you attended. We are just coordinating those with our partners, and as soon as those dates are set, I will let you know.
Wonderful. Excellent.
So, Heather, are you willing to share your feedback on that event?
Oh, wow. It was absolutely
If you want.
Event, especially for small property homeowners in the Harlem area. We spoke about it a little bit at our last meeting, mentioned that it was a very successful event. We had the opportunity to hear from many agencies that are instrumental in trying to save our beautiful historic structures, including the Landmarks Conservancy. Was at the event. We even had a van from Housing Preservation and Development that also provided information. The Landmarks Preservation Commission was also there. So it was a very, and the national, the Park Service was there and provided very important information about historic tax credits. So It was a very well-attended, very well-informed event and very well organized. And I appreciated getting all the information that I received. And I hope that you all continue to do more events like that in the Harlem area because we can really use them.
Yeah,
So
we will be hopefully one in June, and then we'll take a break for July and August and then come back in September.
I would be more, I'm sorry, I missed the one that you attended,
Yeah.
and I would be very interested, for the next one in attending.
It's a wonderful learning experience. Yes. And is the video up on your website yet?
So
How that-
we don't have video because, remember we were having problems with that camera, but there is a video on the website. It's on our, it's on the, oh gosh, my brain just went bling. It's on the Harlem Landmarks page, preservation resources. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there is a webinar that LPC, Landmarks Conservancy, and SHPO did during the summer that has most of that information. They do, they did not have HPD like we did, or NYC Accelerator, but those
also,
cover
yeah.
the historic, that video covers all the historic preservation organizations and their grants and programs.
Wonderful.
And
thank you
hopefully
so much for being here.
next
Yeah.
time we've gotten another video resource, so we'll get the full program with all the other agencies on our next video.
Wonderful. Well, with that, it's now 8:05. Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn.
You did a great job
Great job,
today.
guys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Everybody,
Well
yes,
done.
yes, wonderful. Let me try to see.
And
And Heather, I did also want to point out one of the houses that were listed in the LPC permits and violation list. There's nothing really, nothing to be done.
Okay.
did you say okay?
Oh, I didn't stop the video yet.
Okay.
So let me stop recording. Let me end it.